Energy resources.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. My topic for today is energy resources in India. Energy resources in India. What is an energy resource? An energy resource is something that can produce heat, power life, and move objects, or produce electricity. Matter that stores energy is called fuel. Human energy consumption has grown steadily. Most of the energy we use today come from fossil fuels. Few examples are solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectric energy, biomass energy, and geothermal power, etc. Types of energy resources. There are two types of energy resources, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are an energy source that can not be depleted and are able to supply a continuous source of clean energy. Biomass or bioenergy, the energy from organic matter for thousands of years, ever since people started burning wood to cook food. Biogas, tidal energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, radiant energy, hydroelectricity, compressed natural gas. Next type of resources are non-renewable resources. That is a natural substance that is not replenished with the speed at which it is consumed. There are four major types of non-renewable resources: oil, natural gas, coal, and nuclear energy. Oil, natural gas, and coal are collectively called fossil fuels. Fossil fuels were formed within the earth from dead plants and animals over millions of years, hence are named fossil fuels. Energy resources in India. Energy resources are very much important in the context of economic development of the country. With the growing industrialization, mechanization of agriculture and development of transportation sector, the demand for energy resources is increasing day by day. We have 15% of the world's population, but we consume only 2% of the world's total energy. Whereas countries like USA, Canada, UK, Japan, etc. have very less population, but their energy consumption is much higher. That is the main reason for which these countries have categorized underdeveloped and India is under the developing countries. A large part of total energy used in India comes from wood, agricultural waste, animal dung, etc. Whereas most of the energy consumed in urban establishments, industries, etc. is derived from coal, oil, natural gas, or hydroelectricity and nuclear power. These are a lot of resources available in India, but due to some technological unavailability and lack of machinery and difficult land terrains, there are many which are inaccessible. Total use of different resources in India. Coal, 44.3%, biomass and waste, 21.2%, petroleum and other in form of liquids, 25.3%, natural gas, 5.8%, nuclear energy, 1.1%, hydroelectricity, 1.4%, other renewable resources, 0.9%. Oil and coal. In India, the consumption of commercial energy is too much dependable on oil and coal. About 47% of the demand for commercial energy is met through petroleum oil. With the growing oil crisis, the importance of coal has also been realized by the country. It is almost the top resources to be used in India, coal. Coal has advantage over other fuels as in it can be suitably converted to many other types of energy like electricity, oil, gas, etc. In India, the coal is the principal source of electricity at present with the significant development of thermal power projects based on coal. About 60% of the total electricity generated in India is available from these coal-based thermal power projects. The cons of coal are mineral coal is incredibly destructive to the environment. Coal is actually radioactive. Burning coal emits harmful substances. Coal generates carbon emissions. Coal mining and combustion contributes to the climate change. Emerging new energy resources in India are solar power in India is the fast developing industry as part of the renewable energy in India. The country's solar installed capacity was 44.3 gigabytes as on the 31st August 2021. Recently, India achieved fifth global position in solar power deployment by surpassing Italy. Solar power capacity has increased by more than 11 times in the last 5 years from 2.6 gigabytes in March 2014 to 30 gigabytes in July 2019. Presently, solar tariff in India is very competitive and achieve grid parity. The largest solar power plant, the Kamuti Solar Power Plant project, is 648 megawatts solar photovoltaic farm located in Tamil Nadu, India. Geographically, India is an ideal country for solar energy. We get 300 days of sunshine. Our peak power demand is in the evening and not during the daytime. And we have seasonal peak in the summer. These are also times where solar energy is at its peak. The advantages and disadvantages of solar energy. The renewable energy, its advantages are it's a renewable energy resource, reduces electricity bills, diverse applications, low maintenance cost, technological development. Disadvantages are cost, weather dependent, solar energy storage is expensive, use lots of space, association with pollution. There are few facts about resources in India. India can now produce solar energy cheaper than burning diesel. India also receives more solar energy than the entire energy consumption of the country. Gujarat is the state with top potential capacity for wind energy. 32% of all primary energy use is produced by biomass at the moment. Tata Pani in the Balrampur district of Chhattisgarh will host India's first geothermal energy plant. By 2016, India aims to build its first thorium-powered nuclear reactor. Thank you. And a small mistake that I made is this is gigawatt, not gigabyte. Yes, sir.
Wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful, Aditi.
Thank you. Aditi has done wonderfully well. There are a few points to be mentioned. One is the Ministry of Energy. They coordinate with all these energy resources. As you said, there are non-conventional energies and renewable energies also. Solar plants are given subsidy. If a startup company has to start a solar energy windmill, that will be given a subsidy. And in thermal power, Telangana government is number one. Singareni collieries, they are the topmost in India, and they are earning a lot of money and they're giving dividend to the government also. Another aspect which we have to cover is about the atomic energy also. Government of India is trying to use this atomic energy also. And hydroelectricity, our Srisalem project, it is a very, very, very important issue which you have to consider. And then the wind energy also is to be tapped. Government of India is trying, Modi is giving a clarion call for the wind energy and solar energy to be protected. And another important thing which you have to mention about is NTPC and Power Grid Corporation. National Thermal Power Corporation, which has a factories at Ramagundam and other places also, they are trying to build up the energy resources of our country, and Power Grid Corporation is distributing them. So NTPC is one of the major public sector undertakings in this connection, which we have to mention. Anyway, all the four people have presented it very well. You have done wonderfully well. All the compliments to you. Madam, you can start about this question paper.
Yes, sir.
Actually, sir, there was a bit of time constraint, sir, so I couldn't include a lot possible. So next time I'll remember all this.
No problem, no problem. You have done wonderful. In fact, from next week, I will give it 3 days in advance so
Yes,
that you
sir.
can prepare it very well. Yeah. And you
Because
keep on
college started, sir, so the assignments of that is also piling up, sir.
you keep in one